Children, let's start with a new chapter in economics, poverty as a challenge. Poverty is one of the most difficult challenges faced by independent India today. Children, in this chapter, we will discuss the way poverty is seen in social sciences, the concept of poverty line, causes of poverty, and the anti poverty measures taken by the government. Children, we come across many people who we think are poor in our daily life, like landless laborers in villages, poor people living in overcrowded juggies in cities, daily wage workers at construction sites, child workers in dhabas, beggars with children in tatters, and many more. So, children, we see poverty all around us. Every fourth person in India is poor. Children, as per 2011-12 data, 27 crore people in India live in poverty. Children, in your book, there are stories of two poverty cases. I would request you to go through the stories, and based on the stories, you would find that there are various issues related to poverty like landlessness, unemployment, size of the families, illiteracy, poor health, malnutrition, children labor, child labor, helplessness of the people, etc. Children, thus we see that there are many dimensions of poverty. Poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. Parents are not able to send their children to school. Sick people cannot afford treatment. Lack of clean water and sanitation facilities. Lack of a regular job at a minimum decent level. Living with a sense of helplessness. Ill treatment of people, poor people at almost every place in farm, factories, government offices, hospitals, railway stations, etc. Children, now you would be able to understand that one of the biggest challenges of independent India has been to bring millions of its people out of severe poverty. Children, our Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi always insisted that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. Children, poverty is looked through various social indicators like levels of income and consumption, illiteracy level, lack of general resistance due to malnutrition, lack of access to healthcare, lack of job opportunities, lack of access to safe drinking water, sanitation, etc. Analysis of poverty based on social exclusion and vulnerability is now becoming very common, which we are going to discuss in the next slides. According to the concept of social exclusion, poverty must be seen in terms of poor having to live only in poor surroundings with other poor people, excluded from enjoying social equality of better off people in better surroundings. So, social exclusion can be both a cause as well as a consequences of poverty. It is a process through which individuals or group are excluded from facilities, benefits and opportunities that others enjoy. To give an example in the working of the caste system in India, in which people belonging to certain caste are excluded from equal opportunities. Vulnerability to poverty is described as the greater probability of certain communities, say members of a backward caste or individuals such as a widow or a physically handicapped person, of becoming or remaining poor in the coming years. Children, Vulnerability is determined by the options available to different communities for finding an alternative living in terms of assets, education, health, and job opportunities at the time of natural disasters like earthquake, tsunami, etc. Children, you can understand that poor people are more vulnerable to adverse situation as the probability of being adversely affected is more for poor people rather than other people. When bad times comes for everybody, whether a flood or an earthquake or simply a fall of the availability of jobs. Now, we are going to discuss about poverty line. A common method used to measure poverty is based on the income or consumption levels. A person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level, referred as poverty line, which is necessary to fulfill his basic needs. Children, poverty line may vary from time and place, from country to country. Each country uses an imaginary line that is considered appropriate for its existing level of development and is accepted minimum social norms. A person not having a car in United States may be considered poor, but in India, owning of a car is still considered as luxury. While determining the poverty line in India, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel, and light, educational and medical requirement, etc., are determined, which are necessary to fulfill the basic requirements. These physical qualities are multiplied by their prices in rupees, and on the basis of this, the poverty line of a person is calculated for the rural areas as well as for the urban areas. The present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line is based on the desired calorie requirement. Food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetable, milk, oil, sugar, etc. together provide these needed calories. The accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2400 calories per person per day in rural areas and 2100 calories per person per day in urban areas. The monetary expenditure per capita needed for buying these calories requirement in terms of food grains is used to calculate the poverty line. The poverty line is revised periodically, taking into consideration the rise in prices. On the basis of these calculations, for the year 2011-12, the poverty line of a person was fixed at rupees 816 per month for rural areas and rupees 1000 for the urban areas. Despite less calorie requirement, the higher amount of urban areas has been fixed because of high prices of many essential products in urban centers. The poverty line is estimated periodically, normally every 5 years, for conducting sample surveys. These surveys are carried out by National Sample Survey Organization, that is NSSO. For making comparison between developing countries, many international organizations like the World Bank use a uniform standard for the poverty line, that is minimum availability of the equivalent of $1 per person per day. Children, with this we end today's session. In the next session, we will take up poverty estimates, vulnerable groups, global poverty scenario, causes of poverty, and anti poverty measures being taken up by the government.